Wow. It's actually like sunset. I can't even see how I look or how that looks. Maybe let's prop it up. Let's just give her a little clean. Okay. Is it working? Okay, I don't know if my microphone's working. Honestly, this is my first live stream on YouTube, so go easy on me. But we're gonna get straight into it because I need to go to the gym. And it's sunset, and this light is gonna go soon. So I put on my Instagram, questions you guys might have. Obviously, you know my vlogs are like 6 months behind, and I'm really sorry for that, but it's just because I work full time and then I film the vlogs, and then I'm quite a perfectionist when I edit them. And then I just spent the whole day at this electronics store getting hard drives and monitors, and then he signed me up to a phone plan, and then I just got home and I was like, I don't want to be on a contract. And I said that to him at the store. I was like, don't like being on contracts. And like, it does make sense. I think I have this like attachment style where I can't like set things in stone because I've moved so much around the world that like I get so scared of like lock-in contracts. I'm like, where am I actually going to be in 2 years? I don't know. I think Australia, but you really just don't know with me. So then I was like on the phone to Optus being like, can I cancel this? And they're like, it's $1,300 to cancel. And I was like, what the... I was like, he never told me that. He was the slickest salesman ever. And I honestly should have known something was up when I walked into the store. But I'm just like really stressed moving back to Australia. It's been so expensive. It's been so like, not traumatic, but like it's been like so rushed. But like, let's get into the questions before I just, like every day has just been so stressful here. And I feel like every time I look at my hair, I'm like, yep, I'm stressed because I have no hair. Okay, so where are you living in Sydney? Question. I got questions here. I got like quite a few, which I was happy about. So I'm living in Maroubra Beach. That's where I'm filming. I've lived in Maroubra Beach twice. This is my third time back here. It's my second time back to that same apartment. I love Maroubra Beach. If I could, I would live in Bondi, but I can't afford that. So also, I want to eventually buy a place in Australia or like in Sydney. So we got to like sacrifice some. And I honestly think Maroubra Beach is the best beach after Bondi, in my opinion. How are you feeling? Do you know that I love you very much? Thank you. That's from Gihanna__1. You literally are like my biggest fan, and I love you for that, so thank you. If I'm honest, I feel overwhelmed. I feel stressed. I feel like so many emotions. I feel lost. I feel confused. I feel everything. In August this year, I was planning to live in London for another 2 years, and now it's November and I'm back in Sydney, and I'm just like, what? So it's just been a lot, and I don't even want to cry in this live, but I've just been going through all the emotions, like confused, did I make the right decision? But obviously I did because my family's here, but it's just this adjustment phase where it's like giving up that London life and that hustle and bustle and that like glamorous, like beautiful, like not glamorous, but like, yeah, glamorous and like fast paced and so many events and so many opportunities, giving up that life for the slower paced life by the beach, having drinks, fishing. I can see these guys fishing, you know, having swims in the ocean. Things close here at 4 p.m, 5 p.m, you know, life winds down. In London, things were going till 12 midnight. I don't want to make this live so long, so I'm going to be briefish on the questions because I could speak so long. Where do you buy your gym fits? From Linda Bosola. Thank you. I actually love my gym fit. So Bombshell Sportswear, the American brand, honestly, it's so expensive, but I'll let you guys in on a secret. They only do a sale on Black Friday. So that is literally in 2 days, but I don't even have the funds to buy new activewear, and I sold half my activewear back in London. I'm also trying to use it now as a time to get sponsored by a company and be sent activewear for me, because that really helps me save money and saves money for me for my bills. So Bombshell Sportswear, and also Alphalete. It's an American brand in Texas. I love their stuff. Where I get my like sort of like shawls or boleros was all from Alphalete. They haven't brought them out again, and I don't know why. It's been like 2 years, but they were like the softest, nicest fabric. I've bought boleros from other companies, and they like hurt in the thumb here. Are you single? I am single as a Pringle. I've been single for 5 years now. I think I've only really had one serious boyfriend, and then I got burnt pretty badly from that, and I've just really focused on me, my happiness, protecting my peace, and just filling up my own cup, because at the end of the day, it's only you, nada. And I'm really happy. Like, obviously I would like to meet someone, but I'm not like needing that, if that makes sense. I'm very happy in my own company. And I think like living abroad and living in so many places on my own, I've just got so good at like being okay in stillness, loneliness, isolation. I feel like it's a really good skill to learn, and I feel like that's where a lot of my vlogs came from, because I diaried, and it's like my diary. So yes, I am single. I'm just gonna check this live is still running. Oh my gosh, we have 5 people on there. Oh woo! I was just having like such a bad day today with the electronics store guy, and he signed me up for a contract. I was like, I don't want to do this live, and I was like, I need to get in the habit of doing this, because I really want to be more active on my YouTube, especially when I can't get the vlogs out as much as I would like. So yeah, hello to everyone who's here. Like in Australia, of course, you need to add me or message me in that case, as I'd love to owe you a date. From John Sneer. Thank you so much. I'm flattered, but like I said, I'm extremely stressed. I'm not prioritizing dating. I haven't prioritized dating for the last 3 or 4 years, but I think moving back to Australia, I have decided that like this is where I want to meet someone, because this is where I want to have my life, and that was like a big decision for me, you know what I mean? Like to decide, right, I'm going to move my life back to Australia, because that is where I'm choosing to build my family and build my life. Like that was life-changing, because you know, like I loved London. What was the most challenging thing once you've been moving out of London? From Camille Stefan. Camille Stefan, thank you so much. The most challenging thing I would say is adjusting to the pace of life back in Australia. Is so slow pace, and sort of like I feel very like isolated over here. I'm not like a plane ride away from Italy. I'm not a plane ride away from France, Spain, and like I love that like freedom you have there. You can just literally be like, let's go to Spain tomorrow. Not that you do, but there was a couple of times I did, and I loved that like freedom. We're here in Australia, everything's planned, but the trade-off is the quality of life here is so much better, like so much better. So I think that's the thing I find hardest since moving back, is being kind of isolated. But I always knew that when I was moving back, when I was just making my decision, and I decided that I've done a lot of travel, and that now it's time to be with family and put my roots down and build a business and, you know, be more settled, and also travel more of Asia, Central America, South America. I've done a lot of Europe, and I was kind of just going back to the same places, and I needed to like go to different places, but I just wasn't. So yeah. Social life Sydney, social life London. So this is really hard to say, because I honestly think London though is so hard to crack. So you go there for the first 2 years, it's so hard to meet people, make friends, make a circle. Like it takes time to build. It's probably the same in Sydney, but I feel like it's a bit easier here. It's like not as expensive, the weather is better, so you can literally chat to people on the beach, you can chat to people in the coffee shop. People are friendlier here as well, because it's an easier life. In London, people are cold, people are reserved, people are like shut off. Also, there's big crime rate in London, so like if someone approaches me in the street, I'm going to keep walking. Like I do not stop for anyone. So I think that's a big thing as well. The nightlife is way better in London. The nightlife in Sydney is it's more like day night, like it's like daytime parties, and I actually do love that, because I'm like a morning girl. I love to get up early and go for my swim and be productive. But yeah, if you're looking for like good like events, techno, underground clubs, like always new events popping up, London. So the trade-off was that I'm not giving up the party life, but I am prioritizing more my health, my fitness, building a business, being with my family over, partying, because if you do 5 years of partying versus 2 years of partying, it's all just going to mush into one. What do you actually do for work? So that was from M Wallace __ 13. So yeah, I think a lot of people get really confused with this. I actually work full time, so I've always had full-time corporate jobs, and I've always done my social media on the side. But when I mean on the side, I do my social media like full-time. I act like it's a full-time job because I knew that was the only way it would grow. So I work in social media for fintech companies, so big finance companies. I do their social media, which is making posts, making videos, email campaigns, all of this. I did that for 2 companies in London, and I also did it before I moved to London. I did it in Sydney for a big company called IC Markets. They're the biggest broker trading platform in Australia. But I do want to start my own social media agency, so I'm trying to freelance at the moment, but it is so stressful, let me tell you guys. I don't know if it's because I've moved back and obviously I've got no income flow. I have a bit from my social media, but not enough to live off. I think I need to work on my social media for another year, and then also, I want to start a social media agency, but I feel like I'm just trying to do too much at once. I haven't even unpacked my room or set up my house. I just need to get my home life sorted, get that sorted, and then move on to, okay, let's start a business, or let's cold call for clients. I really want an online business so I can just pick up and move, or go travel. And also, I just don't like to rely on people for my money. I like the flexibility of working maybe 7 days, but I control how much I make. When you're in a corporate job, you're so capped, and I feel like that caps my effort, because I'm So yeah, at the moment I'm actually working for my London company, freelancing till February, which, not gonna lie, was a saving grace coming back to Australia, because I made the decision so quickly. I didn't even look at the job. I think I looked at the job market just to get a threshold of the salaries when I was making my decision, being am I gonna be on good money? And I was, but I haven't been through the interview process or the interview stage. I just know that I will be on a win here, because I'm not on a visa status. As well, I do want to break from corporate and office job and everything, and this is nice just to do my own thing, but it's definitely eating away at my savings, which I don't have a lot of. And it's hard because I know how hard I worked for those savings, and you just see them go: rent, food, transport. But yeah, that's that. Favorite experience you tried even if you failed, from Derek Hean _Hean. Thank you, Derek Hean, for this question. Super interesting. Favorite experience you ever tried, even if you failed? Well, I don't know. I don't want to sound ego, I haven't failed at much, but favorite experience. Ooh. Well, I guess I got approached by a company in London, Worldpackers, to do a group holiday trip. I did so much promotion on my social media. I promoted it. It was a surfing trip in Portugal. I was amazing. All I had to cover was the flights, and then accommodation and food was paid for. And I take a group tour of these people to Portugal and take them to surf for a week, and they surf with me because I'm a solo traveler expert. I'm Lynn's blog. They're we want to be with Lynn's blog. We want to learn from her and stuff like that. And I was so excited for the opportunity. I was working full time in my corporate job, and then nights I was doing the promotion for the solo trip. And yeah, it didn't go ahead. No one booked on the trip, and it was really disheartening. It was really oh man, it was I had it. Well, not that I had it, but had this opportunity and it didn't work out. And I was speaking to my mentor. I was is there any particular reason it didn't work out? And he's honestly, it's hit and miss. Some sell out in half an hour, some don't sell out at all. And yeah, it was just a bit oh, but I was so happy because I was really nervous to put it out on my social media, host a group trip, and then be oh, it doesn't go ahead. And I just thought to myself, but what if it does? What if that is the opening to me being a full-time travel blogger? And I thought, the payoff of it winning is so much greater than the bit of embarrassment I get of it not working. But honestly, so many people try things these days, and and no one shares their failures, so you don't really focus on that. Everyone shares their wins. So you could see a really successful entrepreneur, a millionaire, and you'd be like, oh my god, he's so successful, he's won this award, he's got this money, he's got this, but you didn't see the 50 other times that he failed. You don't share your failings. I don't share my failings. Well, I kind of do on my vlogs, but do you know what I mean? So I think that was like, I'm so happy I tried it because it could have opened doors to so many things, and it didn't, but it doesn't mean to say it doesn't in the future, and I've got that confidence now to, sell a group trip, and if it doesn't go ahead, whatever. The sun is literally going down and I need to go to the gym. What part of yourself did you leave in London? From Damien10_WS. What part of yourself, I really hope this mic is working as well. What part of yourself did you leave in London? Live? I think he means live. And it's an autocorrect, or leave in London? What part? I left my heart in London? Like, I miss it. I lived in like Euston, Marylebone, Mayfair, that kind of area, and I loved it. It was so good. I told myself when I moved to London that I want to be super central, and yeah, that's what I was, and I have no regrets. I'm so glad I didn't live in zone 2 or 3 or 4. I was literally in the midst of it. I was a 20-minute walk from Oxford Street, and I just know when I go back to visit London, I'm going to be so proud. And I'm going to go to all the places and be like, I used to get coffee there, I used to go to the gym there, because don't get me wrong, there was a point I was going to give up on it all, and I felt like I had only just sunk my teeth into London, and my family was like, just come back, it's easier here, and I was like, no, like I've got so much more to give. So I think coming back this time has been easier, like after 3 years, because I gave London my best shot. Like I did everything I could have, and I'm so proud. When you back in London, from Laz2209. Thanks, Laz. Obviously, I'm optimistic and I'm ambitious, and I'm like, I want to be back there next summer and see my friends and that, but I financially don't think that will be smart. And also, I have a big South America trip coming up for a month, which I don't have a lot of money for. I probably am going to have to pull out a credit card. So I think a lot of winter here might actually be me knuckling down and really saving and paying back for the move home and South America trip. And so I don't know. I also am encouraging my friends to come visit me here from London, because I really want to show them my life in Sydney. I always talked about it when I was in London. So yeah, hopefully that happens. Okay, last one. I don't know how long this live is, maybe 20 minutes. I'm super proud of myself for doing it because I was in such a bad mood earlier. But here we go. What city is better in your opinion? LA, apologies if you haven't lived there, or London? So, if you know me or you've followed my journey for a while, you know that I've always wanted to live in America. I love America. I just feel like it's full of more opportunities than London. And the actual plan for me to move to London was to get with an American company to then be transferred to America. And then I figured out it's a lot harder to even get a job in London. So that didn't happen. I do have some exciting news though. I'm not sure if I'm going to share it yet, but there may be opportunities for me to be going to America. So that's really exciting. And I've always talked about America. My best friend's Canadian, and I remember my first trip to America was New York, and then it was Las Vegas, and I just fell in love with the place. I was just like, oh my god, like big city dreams, like even more than London. And I just feel like hopefully with my social media and my influencing pops off, I'll get more brand opportunities in America. I actually really hope so. So I've always wanted to go to California, and everyone tells me it's like Sydney, but like American, and people are wearing activewear, and people are drinking matcha, and people are like in such good shape, and it's by the beach, and people are surfing. So next on my list to go to in America to visit was California. But America's just so expensive to travel, like so expensive. So I haven't been back, and I don't have a lot of friends there, which could make the stay a bit cheaper. But honestly, I would love to live in LA for like a year or so. That's why maybe I'm like, no, I need to be back in Australia for a while, because I need to just build something here, and it's so stressful moving abroad, and I feel like I just choose like the harder path. But then I did choose London, and it has really paid off by taking that risk. But if I had left in 2024 when I got fired on the spot, I don't think I would have had the payoff I have now with my social media doing well. So yeah, that is my little live. Thanks to everyone who joined, and I just seen the sun go down. I have no motivation to go to the gym right now, but I've just got to bust it out because Yeah, it just makes me feel better. I'm more productive, and I also have to work tonight for my London corporate job. So yeah, life is pretty stressful. I think it's just really hard because it's tying in with like my South America trip, which I'm going away for a month, my brother's wedding, Christmas, seeing my family, settling back into Australia. But I know that like in 6 months' time, when I'm settled, I've got my routine, it's all going to be like, okay, I'm glad I moved back. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to try to get a YouTube vlog up as soon as possible. It's just really hard at the moment. I love you guys, and thanks for watching. Bye.